Happy Sabbath, church family. So like Eric said, he had asked us if we wanted to come up here and kind of just share how we kind of came to the conclusion of taking on the task of doing Bible studies ourselves and not essentially leaving it up to anybody else but ourselves. And kind of first and foremost, what I really want to stress is that God convicted us of this decision. I know that in the past, we had Pastor Stephen that did wonderful and great Bible studies with Tyson, and then even Eric himself took the time to do a lengthy Bible study. But in the process of a lot of things happened, just to leave a lot of stuff out. Tyson wanted to do Bible studies again. He wanted to do Daniel and Revelation. So we asked Eric again, obviously, and he agreed to it, but for whatever reason, we couldn't get on the same page to hold Bible studies. And
timing-wise, not on the same page spiritually. Timing-wise.
So we kind of, Brittany one day was just like, hey, our son wants to study. I'm not going to, wait for, somebody else's schedule or our schedules to match. So we kind of really prayed about it. And I had a really good conversation one day with Tyson. I went up to his room, and it's just a conversation that me and him had. And through that conversation, God spoke to me. And God speaks to us through our children. And God made it very clear that, as a family, it was our task to teach our children, to show our children, and to study with our children. And for us, God convicted us that what better example to show our love and our interest in God than to spend time and study with Tyson. And it's been a pleasure. Brittany handles a blunt of it, but whenever I can, I fill in and I help out.
Just to add on to what he was saying, it's important for us to set an example for our children, and specifically, Tyson wanted to study Daniel and Revelation, and I think it's kind of cool because about a year and a half ago, I was studying. We studied this with the Esparzas, and my intention was I wanted to know it well enough to be able to teach it to someone else. And for those who know me, know that I've felt very strongly about going into the mission field, and the Lord had convicted me that my home is my mission field. And so, as we studied, God was giving me that knowledge to share with our children. And it's nice because Tyson has actually set the example for our other two because they see it and they're interested and they want to do Bible studies and stuff. So it's really important. And also something that has really stood out to me was that, Jesus is our ultimate example, and Jesus' earthly parents were responsible for not only his academic education, but his spiritual education as well. And so that has really hit me pretty hard and led me and has convicted me.
So at the end of it, it's been nothing but a blessing. It's been nothing but a joy. Me and my wife not growing up in the church and not having this I don't want to say luxury or this opportunity in our lives as when we were younger. I've wanted nothing more than my children not to grow up in the same environment that I wanted to. So it's been a true pleasure to share the God that I know, the God that I've come to know with my children. So essentially, it's been a true pleasure and a true joy to watch my child learn about Christ and not only understand the words, but true-heartedly understand what's been given up for him. And as a 10-year-old child, there's no words that I can describe that can express my feeling of joy when I talk to my child and we have these great conversations about God and he understands who God is and what God has done for him and the price that's been paid for his life. So I highly encourage that everyone does Bible studies with their children. It's a blessing. I can't say anything more than it's a pure blessing. Thank you, church family.